So good morning. Good morning on this Sunday morning. So glad to be here with you. And so I'm just taking a few minutes here to connect with you and also to connect with our higher power, our higher source, whatever it is that you want to call it, God, universe. It makes no difference. It's that power that's within us. So we can connect, so we can align ourselves, so we can just simply remember that we're here co-creating, so we can really jump into the flow of life and be in that um, vortex of attracting and creating all those things that we need to make us have a happy life. So before we do that, I just want to talk about community today because I just drove an hour and a half to come to this beautiful church here at um, at Unity in Savannah, Georgia. And you may ask, why would I drive an hour and a half to go to a church when I have such a beautiful spiritual community where I live? It's because where I live, it's a meditation retreat and it's a silent retreat center. So there isn't a lot of human connections with the people that come to the courses. And so what I realized from, being out here in the world and coaching people and being around other people that we are all very hungry right now for human connections, including myself. We're very lonely, no matter if we're connected to spirit, there's still like this loneliness for the human touch. And so I just encourage you today to find yourself a spiritual home or even just, a community where you can be with like-minded people so that you can have this human connection. We get so caught up with technologies and being behind the computer that we're losing touch. A couple of years ago, my mom passed away after 20 years of really losing touch to society. She was just, a homebody, in front of that television. And she got to a point in her life that was like, what's the use? She just felt that she was too old and she just died, really not being out in the world and really enjoying that human connection that we all so much need. And so I just encourage you today, you guys, to just go out and find yourself a community. You're going to find yourself to be much happier. And of course, there's people that, spend most of their times out, a community, and they don't spend enough time by themselves. But that's a whole nother talk in itself. But today, the topic today is to go out and find yourself a community. So it's time for us to take a few minutes here just to connect. Like I say on all my videos, we don't need to spend hours and hours in meditations like I do sometimes. What we need to do is throughout the day to stop for a few minutes and just to remember. That's all we need to do is to remember, to break through the veil of confusion and remember that we're always connected. We just have to remember that we're always aligned to this power and this presence. And once we build these spiritual muscles so much, we will no longer be fearful in the world. And so if you're having problems with that, if you're having problems to discipline yourself, you're having problems to feeling the connections, if there's blocks that's holding you back from truly being with that power and that presence, please contact me. Let us get together. Let's do some healing work around that so that you can truly start living the life that you came here to live. A life of abundance, a life of peace, a life of joy, and a life of happiness and wholeness. Okay, so let's take that moment. Let's just take that moment right now to shut out the outside world. And we do that by closing our eyes. We just close our eyes and take a breath. Take a nice deep breath and just releasing and letting go of the busyness of the day. Taking a breath and consciously saying to yourself, I am here. I am ready to feel and to sense and to know and to experience this loving presence that lives and has its way through me and as me. And as we take a deep breath again, just give your body permission to relax. As you just breathe in and breathe out. Opening up to accept this love and energy to flow with ease and with grace. As we just take a moment to center in our heart space and just feel that heart beating. That heart beats naturally on its own without you needing to do a thing. And so as we get quieter, as we get more relaxed, we just take a breath and we just embrace this truth that the power and the presence of God is right here at the very center of our being. And so right here, right now, we're just going to dive into this river of life, allowing ourselves just to go with the flow, knowing that God is right here every step of the way, guiding us, leading us, sustaining us. And so we just allow our hearts to open up in gratitude right now, just giving gratitude and thanksgiving for this awareness right now, for this moment of truth. Take a breath, feeling your heart in gratitude and thanksgiving. And you may stay in this